Alright, this is Bedram, and in this video I will introduce you to more extensions in VS Code. Basically, I'll cover some of the graphical tools when it comes to working with the environments in VS Code. Okay, so let's open up our Visual Studio Code. So this is where we left off last time. I went ahead and added a couple of files to this folder. Let me actually show how you can access your folder in your workspace. So when you right click on any of the files or folders and you go to the Reveal in File Explorer, now this is where the workspace is located on your local computer. So I have a Python folder. In this Python folder there is this test.py, and I added two files here, a PDF. This is a syllabus of my machine learning course. This is just an example of a PDF. And wage is a data set, right? So this is a wage data set. And now I'm gonna go ahead and show you how we can open these things in the VS Code as well. So right now, if I click on this PDF, you see obviously it's not readable. And in order to open this PDF, I have to exit the VS Code and open the PDF reader, right? But it would be nice if I can view this PDF in the VS Code as well. Now, the same story for the CSV file or Excel file, right? So when I click on the CSV file, so right now it's I see the numbers, but it's not that it's not clean. I cannot see it in a nice table. So what we need to do is to install some relevant extensions, right? So I'm going to go ahead and open the extensions. So for example, I wanted to actually look at that. There's Excel viewer, so you can click on it. So this has been downloaded 2 million times. And so you can install this one for seeing the Excel tables like this. Or for the PDF, let's actually see what do we have for PDF viewer. So you can download this one, VS Code PDF, and it's also frequently downloaded 1.3 million times. So this is also some good extension that's going to do the job. But actually, recently I found another extension by Microsoft. It's called Office Viewer. And so this, I looked at the review and I looked at the documentation. It seems that you can open Excel, CSV, PDF, SVG, Markdown, and etc. So it's going to do both of those. It's going to open both the PDF and Excel and CSV for me by installing one extension. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So let's install this one. Okay. So when I install that, as you see, also the theme of the VS Code changed as well. So now I have two color themes. There's one dark modern and the other one is dark Visual Studio. Let me change it back to the dark Visual Studio. So it seems that when I added this in Office Viewer extension, it also added some color theme as well. Okay, so now if I go and click on this PDF, so it's going to open it, open this PDF for me. And the same story for the wage, right? Okay, so this is our wage, and as you can see, we can actually filter, we can change the color. So this is very powerful, right? So you can change the font size. This is literally your Excel sheet in VS Code. And for the PDF, yeah, this is basically your PDF and with all the details, right? All the hyperlinks are going to work here. When you click on them, it's going to navigate you to the relevant page. So this is very nice, right? So by adding that Office extension. Now I'm going to go ahead and make two new folders. Let's make a folder called data and put this wage in the data folder. Let's see. Yeah, I think I have this open somewhere else. Okay. Now let's move this wage to the data folder, and also, yeah, let's leave it like this. So another thing that I prefer to do is change the icons as well. So I don't like these. So I want to see a traditional classical folder for a folder. for PDF or for Python, maybe I want to work with better icons there. So for that, I need to add another extension. So the extensions that I'm going to use is actually, let me show you. So these are the more popular extensions for when it comes to the icon themes or the icon colors, right? So let's search for icon themes. Yeah, the first one, look at that, the material icon. So let's install this one, and as you can see, these are the icons, the different icons that you can add. So for example, for Python, let me find Python here. So for Python, yeah, this is a better icon compared to this one, right? Again, these are some cosmetic things, but I prefer to have all these things set up for once and then be done with it. So I'm gonna go ahead and install material icon. So this is one thing I installed. Another thing is I want to install some themes as well. So let's do material theme. So I'm going to install this one as well. So these are going to give me some cool themes. And yeah, these two, well, actually I wanted to install this one. Again, you know, these are just some themes. Basically, by clicking on that, now I can simply change the themes, right? I can go ahead and let me just change it back to dark. I can go ahead and install this one as well. So this is automatically installed. So yeah. So it's okay. You can install these ones, or you can add and remove any of them that you want. Okay, so what else in terms of extensions? Oh, I'm going to add a couple of other extensions that I use when I code. So one of them is emoji. Yeah, as you can see, there are dozens of good extensions for emoji, but see which one works for you better. So I think what I have is Emoji Sense. Yeah, this is what I have. And based on the review and the number of installs, so I prefer to use this one. So let's go ahead and install this one. Imagine down the road you're writing a code and you want to send yourself an SMS when the stock market, let's say the stock price of Tesla went up 2%, 3%, and you want to add emoji to that SMS message that you're sending to yourself, or you're sending email, you're setting up some automated emails, you know, you want to write some, you want to add some emoji to the text. So this is going to be useful there. Or even you can add comments when you want to share your comment with others. Maybe it's fun to add emojis as well. So this is another extension. And then one last thing I want to add here is a to-do extension. So let's see, to-do, yeah. So when you're writing a code and then you want to add some comments for yourself, and you want to make sure that your to-do is highlighted and it's not lost among other comments. So you can install either this one or this one, to-do 3. This is the one that I prefer. So I can go ahead and install this one. And maybe, yeah, I think I should be done. Let me see if I have, yeah, vscode icons as well, vscode icon. So yeah, this one is another very popular extension that we can use for changing the look at that, we can change the icon of the folders and etc., right? So let's go ahead and install this one. Okay, now we have installed all these extensions, we can use them. So let's go back. As you can see, when I installed that icon, so my folders are now changed, right? So these are folders, you know, classical folders. This is my CSV file. This is Python. This is a PDF, and etc. So I prefer it this way. And again, I leave it up to you. You can change it, whatever works for you better. So now let's see after installation how you can use those extensions. So click on this gear button, and then you see there's color theme and file icon theme. So I'm going to go ahead and see what do I have for file icon theme. So these are what I have, right? So you can pick from any of them, right? So as I go down, you can see what's the difference between all these items, right? Okay. So this is the vscode icon. And yeah, for now, let's go ahead and use this vscode icon. Okay, for the color theme, I'm gonna go ahead and click on color theme, and now these are the ones that we installed, right? So we have dark themes and light themes, and so these are the ones that we installed from material. And another the popular color theme is called Atom. You can search for Atom color theme or the Pro One. So those are also popular ones out there. So let me show you a couple of them and then we can move on. So for example, for the light themes, you can see, so these are the light ones depending on what time of the day you're working. I prefer darker themes, right? One of the themes that I really prefer is the one that comes with the Visual Studio, the basic one, and this is dark. I think this is the one, dark, default dark, because you know when you have a function and you have there's different colors for any of these things, so which I really like using that one. Okay, and some well actually I didn't pick that one, so let me quickly change it. Go to dark, this one, yeah. Some other extensions that we already installed are automatically to run when you're doing some new stuff here, right? So for example, the Python viewer is automatically installed, so I can click on it, right? Now when I type something, I can see so for example, if I go ahead and add a variable here, so x is equal to 10, then I can see my variables here, right? So I can run them basically, and then I can run them one by one, line by line. So this is my Python viewer, which is automatically installed. When I in the last part we talked about Python extensions as well. Another, yeah, so look at that. You know, when I go hover over any of the functions, for example print, automatically this documentation is going to pop up now. This is because we have that extensions installed. So you don't sometimes you don't need to do anything. Automatically that extension is going to be applied. Sometimes you need to take further steps. Okay, so I think that's pretty much it, and we are now ready to talk about environments, to set up our GitHub account, and then move on to more advanced topics. If you have any questions, as always, leave it in the comment sections. Otherwise, see you in the next one.